Hello guys, it is Servers Beast and I'm back here bringing a video today. In this video I'm fighting at level 4959 Saydhi on a 5-to-1 ratio. If you do not know, that's when you divide the enemy's level. In this case 4959 divided by 5, which is 991.8, and that's the amount of stat points you get to allocate to your character. That includes armors, gems, and everything else. And I allocated 985, so that's about 6 points or 7 points under. But, you know, whatever, what are you going to do? So, just a little bit under, but I still do prevail, as you will see later in this video. And so yeah, if you didn't know, 5-to-1s are like the basically accepted, like you fully mastered that enemy when you can do a 5-to-1 on that enemy. So 10-to-1s, of course, are a little more difficult, but they're not double the difficulty. I mean, it just requires more endurance. But yeah. So yeah, this video is really cool, and I really enjoyed making it. I'm thinking of, since I did the Shade 5-to-1, and I'm doing Saydhi, I think I'm going to do a 5-to-1 series on my channel. If you would like to see that. Like this video, and leave in the comments what enemy you want to do next. I'm probably going to do the bosses, just because I've already done 5-to-1s on pretty much every main boss, like Stone Demon, Nemex Goliath, Saydhi, Rith, Thane, Archivist, God King, yeah, so I've done pretty much a 5-to-1 on all the main bosses I want to do, and so I'll do all those, definitely, if this does become a series, and I will do all other enemies that you guys suggest, such as just normal enemies like you meet in the hallways. Monstrosities, maybe not, I don't know. I don't really enjoy fighting those. I tend to do fights that I enjoy doing. So, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, Saydhi is a pretty cool enemy, just because she has magic attacks, and that is not commonly seen in enemies, obviously. Yeah, so she has magic attacks, which don't make the fight that much more difficult, but obviously it is a little bit more difficult. More variety equals more difficulty, but it's not like a huge amount of difficulty, it's just a little bit. So yeah, like take the God King for example, 1.0 to 1.1, he had no magic attacks, still a difficult enemy. When 1.2 came out, Vault of Tears, he gained magic attacks, and 1.3 came out, the magic attacks became more frequent, and in my opinion, 1.2 is the most difficult God King to fight. Obviously, the Infinity Blade 1 God King is much more difficult than the Infinity Blade 2 God King, but the Infinity Blade 2 God King definitely did get the hardest at 1.2, in my opinion. Just because in 1.3 they're so frequent that they're not even tough. I mean, they're not that tough anyway. But since I have a good method for dealing magic attacks, and that is just to dodge, then parry, dodge, then parry, dodge, then parry, over and over again, and so that's just a quick method for dodge magic attacks if you were struggling with them. Also, you can also, like, to parry them, it's going to be, if they're coming down the center, you're going to want, and you're parrying, you're going to want to parry vertically. If they're coming to the left or right, you're going to want to parry horizontally, so just so you knew that. And yeah, so I'm using a Titan Break 2 gem, or let me go run to my equipment. Even I showed you, my equipment is the Gelder for my sword, the Maximus for my shield, just because shields don't help at all in duels like this, the Vile Helm for my helmet, the Thark armor with a Titan Break plus 2. Titan Break plus 2 gem, sorry, just got my recording jumbled a little bit. So yeah, just like, a Titan Break plus 2 gem definitely does help, adds 2 hits to every break, I think, dodge break, yeah, so that definitely did help. Yeah, the Titan Break plus 2 is definitely the best fighting gem if you have the skill. Obviously, if you have a parry all, I mean, it's basically impossible to lose, but if you have a Titan Break plus 2 and skill, you can take out the enemy faster than you would have been able to with a parry all. Yeah, so parry all, for lack of better words, it's a noob gem, because if you have a parry all, I mean, it doesn't require any skill. I mean, I'm not trashing the parry all, I think it's a cool little gem, but I don't like when people who use the parry all claim to be better than those who don't. So yeah, Titan Break plus 2, and then I got an Iridix with a XP plus 125 gem. So yeah, just getting that maximum XP. I'm a New Game Plus player, so I'm always going to be getting maximum XP. Still waiting for Chair. Well, I don't think that will, but it would be very nice if Chair would allow New Game Plus players that started playing before 1.3.1 to get the gem armor, which is the negative rebirth equipment. Sorry, I paused right here. Yeah, I want that. So Saydhi, I think, is a very difficult enemy. She is, I took more tries in the Shade to beat Saydhi on a 5-1. That might have been because I allocated slightly more or less stat points, although that was barely less. And, but yeah, she has, the first try, I think I dodged an unregistered parry or something stupid like that, but the second try, I was one break away, like, she had 7,000 health yet left, which is easy for me to kill, and, easy for me to take out in one break, and she used a step back that I hadn't seen in a while, because if you don't know, I've been taking a huge break from Infinity Blade 2, well, at least playing seriously, and I haven't fought Saydhi in forever, because I've been staying in a New Game Plus for quite a while, but I did restart Rebirth 1 because I wanted to fight the Shade 5-1 and just have some fun with the game, so Saydhi is definitely a difficult enemy. Some people might tell you differently, but I mean, obviously she's easy in the tutorial, like the first part of the game, when you can just hide behind your shield the entire time, but other than that, if you're doing a 5-1, which really brings out the difficulty in enemies, in Infinity Blade 2 at least, and Infinity Blade 1 you can't really, 5-1s don't really work in terms of bringing out difficulty, but this definitely did for Saydhi and all other enemies. Sorry, I can't talk. But yeah, so really enjoying in there, and this is the step back that I died on because I didn't remember this step back when I was on my second try. But this is her toughest step back because that last kick, because you have to dodge right and then coerce the dodge, which is a double dodge. You have to dodge 2 hits of one duck and then a right dodge. Although it looks like you would dodge left on that hit, but ends up you have to dodge right. But yeah, we're getting down to the wire here. I don't kill her on this break. I end up using a super and just finish her off with that. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. If you would like me to make this thing a series, like this video and leave a comment telling me what enemy to do next. I will definitely, if this becomes a series, be doing all of the bosses, the main bosses. So yeah, I'll get a God King one up too, even though I've already done that several times, or not several times, but a couple times. But anyway, I'm Silver's a Beast, and I'm out.